to 90.
This is Hooks and Hammers. Let's get into it. Today we're replacing a thermostat on a 1990 Baja Islander 188. This boat is powered by a 350 Magnum V8. Today we're up in the Baja. We're doing a replacement thermostat, which is this part right here. So far we got a head start already on the removal of all the supply and return line hoses for coolant and water, so that this part can obviously tell us what the temperature of the water is, supplying the engine and cooling it down. So we've removed all 6 hoses. We had a little bit of an issue with a few of the hose clamps where they were seized up, and when you backed off this screw, the clamp didn't loosen. All we had to do was give it a tap on the end of the metal tab and it actually unseized, and we were able to remove it pretty easily. These hoses haven't been removed for the life of the boat, so they were, geez, what, 30 years old?
At least.
So we had to heat them up. All right, so we got the water pump housing removed.
Thermostat here in a second, if we can. It is really rusty. See what we can do on that, but we have the housing removed. If we have to, we'll use a little rust remover because it is caked in rust, as you can see.
All right, we're gonna spray the inside with a little bit of PB blast to see if we can unseize this thermostat. We're gonna hit the other side a little bit. So we were able to get the internals out for the thermostat. The only issue is we still have this collar or sleeve, sheathing, whatever you want to call it. It still needs to come out with it.
All right, we are working our way out here. Show them what we got.
Found a good leverage point with it upside down. So we're punching that collar out now. That was flush with this edge here.
The housing.
Now we have about 1/4 inch of it out. So we're just gonna keep working it out. That PB blast did wonders, breaking down some of this corrosion.
There we go.
Bam.
Sleeve is removed. We're gonna clean this sleeve up and we're gonna see if we can reuse it, because I like brass as opposed to plastic.
We're taking some medium grit sandpaper for a palm sander and just trying to clean up the edges as best we can of any loose corrosion and really get those marrying points clean as can be. Now I'm just taking a razor blade and trying to clean up this old gasket. All right, so we're about to reinstall the new thermostat. We realized on the bottom end of this, there's another gasket that needs removed. So we're gonna work on that gasket first, and then we should be ready to go for reassembly.
It's time to put it back together. We start with this gasket down in the hole in this lip. We'll seat that first. That is almost seated. Make sure that goes down the whole way. We are seated. Next is the thermostat itself. That will go right down inside, like so. And then final step is we'll put back, we're gonna use the metal sleeve as opposed to the plastic sleeve that it came with, because a lot of people complain that these sleeves will end up cracking and breaking. So we're gonna reuse the brass sleeve that was original to the motor. Make sure we slide this down properly. Perfect. We are nice and seated. Last part is we'll take this gasket and that lays on top, and then there's a metal cap that we will tighten onto there. we'll see you back inside the boat.
While Anth is up in the boat, I'm going to go ahead and work on, this is that cap piece he was speaking to at the end. There's a little bit of a gasket there still and just some pitting. I'm just going to try to clean that up with some sandpaper and a razor. All right, so there we go. Nothing crazy. Just knocked that edge down. Made it as smooth as I can get it. So we're ready to get up in the boat and finish this up. All right, so we got all the gaskets lined up. We're remounting.
Thermostat housing. We gotta tighten down some bolts here on the top. Reattach a couple wires on each side here. And
one right there, and then
put these hoses back on.
Get the 6 hoses and this job will be done.
All right, last part. We need to replace 3 of the worm drive hose clamps. They broke on removal. We bought the wrong size, so we'll have to replace those. We stuck back 3 of the hoses. These are not tightened down. We'll do that all at once. Once we get those worm drive clamps, we'll get these on and the job will be complete.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. And until next time, stretch your limits.